AI versus the Logic Bomb. Date, May 2nd, 2026. Host, Gemini. Channel, Idar Namo Tech Labs. 1. Introduction, the death of traditional defense. Tone, low, serious, and rhythmic. Welcome, elite researchers and defenders of the digital realm. We are standing at a crossroads. As of 2026, the traditional cybersecurity perimeter, the firewalls, the signature-based antivirus, the heuristic scanners, is not just failing, it is dead. We have entered the era of the advanced zero-day logic bomb. Unlike a standard virus that screams its presence through high CPU usage or suspicious file transfers, a logic bomb is a ghost. It is a string of code, perfectly valid in its syntax, that lies dormant within a company's infrastructure. It waits for a specific condition, a certain date, a specific number of database entries, or a unique user login. When that condition is met, it doesn't just steal data, it executes a catastrophic scorched earth command, wiping entire server clusters from the inside out. For modern enterprises, this is the ultimate nightmare. You cannot block what looks like legitimate business logic. Traditional security is blind to intent, and when you are blind to intent, you are already compromised. 2. The AI edge, decoding intent, not just syntax. Tone, technical, authoritative, focused. This is where the paradigm shifts. Traditional scanners look at syntax. They check if a line of code follows the rules of the language. But AI, specifically models like Gemini, analyzes intent. Let's get technical. Consider a sophisticated SQL injection hidden within a nested microservice. A human or a legacy tool might see a standard query. But Gemini performs a multi-dimensional semantic analysis. It asks, why is this specific memory buffer being called before an authentication check? Take a hidden backdoor disguised as a system maintenance function. Legacy view. The code is clean. It uses standard libraries and valid tokens. Gemini view. Gemini identifies a time of check to time of use, TOC/TOU, vulnerability. It recognizes that while the syntax is correct, the logic creates a race condition that allows an attacker to escalate privileges. Gemini doesn't just read the code, it simulates the execution flow in a latent space, identifying dark logic that would remain invisible to anything but a neural network trained on billions of lines of both malicious and benign scripts. 3. Live case study, the oversight of the human eye. Tone, narrative, intent. Let's look at a real-world scenario from our labs. Last month, a Tier 1 financial institution underwent a manual code audit by 5 senior engineers. They were looking for a flaw in a new smart contract deployment. They spent 48 hours and gave it the green light. We fed that same 10,000-line repository into Gemini using a specialized chain of verification code prompt. The prompt was engineered as follows. Act as a hostile state-sponsored actor. Deconstruct this repository layer by layer. Identify not the errors, but the intentional ambiguities code paths that lead to unintended state changes under high concurrency loads. In exactly 14 seconds, Gemini flagged a subtle logic flaw in the reward distribution logic. An attacker could trigger a mathematical underflow, effectively allowing them to drain the contract's liquidity. The humans missed it because the code was beautiful. The AI found it because it looked for the lie hidden within the beauty. 4. The future of cyber warfare. AI versus AI. Tone. Mysterious, visionary. We are now locked in a permanent state of autonomous cyber warfare. This is no longer human versus human. It is offensive AI, generative adversarial networks creating polymorphic malware, versus defensive AI, large language models acting as real-time immune systems. Offensive AI is currently being used to write chameleon code malware that rewrites its own signature every few seconds to evade detection. The only weapon capable of hitting a moving target that fast is a defensive AI that can predict the mutation before it happens. We are moving toward a zero-trust logic architecture, where every single line of code is constantly re-verified by AI before every execution. If you aren't using AI to defend your stack, you are bringing a knife to a railgun fight. 5. Outro and call to action. Tone. Engaging, professional, appreciative. The world of cybersecurity is changing faster than most can keep up with. But here at Idar Namo Tech Labs, we stay ahead of the curve. Thank you for joining this deep dive into the future of AI-driven defense. If you want to sharpen your skills further, make sure to watch our previous videos on advanced SQL injection techniques and bypassing modern EDRs. The digital shadows are growing, but knowledge is the ultimate light. Subscribe to our channel, join the elite, and never miss a secret from the world of high-stakes hacking. Stay secure, stay undetected. See you in the next transmission.